Hello, welcome on in, everybody. How we doing? How's it going? What are we up to? It's nice to see you all. I'm glad you can make it for this last minute rescheduling. I in the poll for when to play Peak in Breeze stream, I was like, let's do it this day, and then everyone else voted Wednesday. I was like, well. But anyway, hi everybody. Hi Changeling, hi Wolfie, hi Ash. I'm doing pretty good. I have my hot water tea thing and some spicy pretzels, so that'll be my snack tonight. But yes, this art stream was supposed to be tomorrow, but my friend Berry Bree is going to be playing Peak tomorrow. It'll be like a community thing. It might just be in his server. I was like, I want to play Peak. I want to play Peak so bad. So we're doing art tonight instead. We're still gonna fit in the 3 streams this week, and I should hopefully be there for Peak tomorrow. I might be late because it's gonna start at 8 p.m. EST, but we'll see. There is a slight possibility I could get out of work early tomorrow. We will see. Hold on, I need to turn Spotify down a little bit for me. So if you could change it to tonight, we'll be working on tasks too. Nice, nice. Let's all work on stuff together. Hell yeah. I still don't know what I'm going to be drawing, but we're going to figure it out. I have some ideas, but it might just end up being me doing random doodles. But hey, that's still drawing, and that's still a win. So let's go. I was asleep when the vote was on. R.I.P. I don't know if she's decided if she's gonna stream it tomorrow or just do it in the Discord. But either way, I should be there for most of it, I think. Like I said, I might be a little late, but I'll be there. I'll be there. So hyped I want to play Peak with you all. Yeah, it was really fun playing together last time. I haven't played in a hot minute. I don't think I played since before Christmas. So it'll be exciting to get back into it. It'll be evening if I'm correct. Yeah, I think she said it was going to be 8 p.m. EST. I think she did put that somewhere in the Discord. Looking at 8 p.m. EST. So it'll probably be 8 p.m. EST, but I don't know if it's set in stone. But yes. Well, yeah, I still wanted to fit in 3 streams this week, and I was like, well, I could technically do it tonight, so here we are. We're doing some art. And luckily Spotify is working this week. I don't know why it was being weird last week. But, so if you guys want to suggest songs, you're free to. You don't have to. I will have my playlist pulled up. Where is it? I think this song... I don't think this song's playing from the playlist, but it was already playing. I was like, I love this song, so I just let it play. Where is my playlist? There it is. Same, dawned on me the last time I really played Peak was when the BBNOS concert happened in the game. Yeah, I think that's how it was for me too. I wanted to play a little bit when the snow was out, but I just didn't really get a chance to. I did see a TikTok today from the Peak team where they were talking about updates for this year. They didn't really specify anything except that there wouldn't be as many big updates as last year, but there would be some updates. Oh, they did say that there will be a new biome. It's going to be a biome that replaces Caldera. Hold on. Let me actually make sure the playlist is playing. There we go. But, yeah, so I guess they are going to have one more interchangeable biome. Really? Yeah, they said that it was going to be the final biome. It was going to interchange with Caldera. Oh god, with what? I don't know, but the person who made the TikTok seemed excited about it, so I guess we'll find out. I'm curious because the thing that I like about Caldera that makes it unique is that instead of going up, you go sideways. So I'm assuming it's going to be another biome that goes sideways, but it's like, you know, it leads up to the volcano. So it's like, what else are we going to do that leads up to the volcano? Is it going to be like an underground lava pit kind of thing? I don't know, but I guess we'll find. Cool, like how they update the game. Yeah, I do enjoy the updates. They confirmed that they'll be stopping work after this year. Yeah, I mean, they did say that, you know, this was intended to be like a game jam game. The two studios got together and spent like a month making the game for the game jam, and they did not have any plans to update it after that, but then it popped off in popularity and they're like, all right, we'll ride this wave and we'll update the game more. So I do think that's really exciting. It's a good opportunity for them, and now they've got good funds. But yeah, I'm excited to see more, but I do like the game as is. And I hope they can bring it to console, because I think they wanted to once it was finished. Oh, the horrors they could make, yeah. Does the volcano area outside change? I don't know, because I feel like it will still lead up to the volcano, because I don't think they're changing the final biome. So I'm just trying to think of what would make sense leading up to a volcano, you know? I just got here and I'm hoping to high heaven we're talking about a game. Oh, hi, Core Circuit! Yeah, we're talking about Peak. I was just talking about how Peak was planning more updates this year. They're gonna have a biome that interchanges with the 4th biome. Welcome on in. Still hoping they had console compatibility. I think they said they wanted to. I think they just wanted to kind of finish making the game. But I guess we'll find out. Also, you guys let me know if the music is loud enough. Although, when playing from Spotify, some songs are louder than others, so I guess we'll find out. That makes sense. Yeah. I know one of the studios, because it's 2 studios. One of them is making that, like, what did they call it? It's the game where you're in a warehouse, and it's like a multiplayer game. Was it called Crash Out? Or something with Crash Out in it? I don't know. I've considered playing that. They had a demo for a while back, but I think they got rid of the demo. But I don't know. Maybe that one will be good too. Audio seems good here. Okay. Good to hear. Good to hear. Oh, something like that. The coworkers one with forklifts. Yeah. That one. That one. I haven't tried it. I'd be interested to see if it's how fun it is. I feel like those games would not last as long as a Peak run, which might be nice. I do like playing Peak, but I guess, like I said, the one downside is that if I want to actually finish a game, I gotta invest at least like 2 hours. But what else was I gonna say? But I mean, 2 hours is at least better than that RV There Yet game where we got 5.5 hours in and still hadn't completed one whole game. Oh my god. I'm curious how long how long they intended like a group of people to finish one game in RV There Yet. Because obviously we were struggling at points, but I feel like they would expect people to struggle at certain points. So, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily have like 6 hours to invest playing with friends all the time, you know? Yep, still haven't made it to the peak. Oh no, we'll get you there one day, Changeling. We'll get you there. We'll help you get up to the peak. That was an awesome collab. I'm glad you guys liked it. It was really fun. My voice was so hoarse by the end. but it was a good time. Imagine if you were 5 minutes away from the end. I feel like we were in the last stretch. Although, I did clip down through the lava to like another checkpoint. So that to me makes it seem like there was one more checkpoint. So there were like, maybe we weren't on the final section. There might have been another section, which would have been awful. After we ended the collab, actually, Crix and I did figure out we did both clip through the floor again because we jumped in the lava. We're like, let's kill ourselves in the lava, and then the lava didn't hurt us, and we were like, what the heck? So we jumped on the other side of the lava, and we both clipped through the floor and saw the next checkpoint. And then Crix was like, wait, let's do it again. There was a building. Let me see if I can land on the building and not die. But then they died anyway. But oh my god, that cave was long. Maybe the peak is the friends we make along the way. That's the true peak. You don't need to get to the top. You just need friendship. Friendship with your fellow scouts and your fellow scout master, who definitely will not throw you off of the peak. I wish it was fun. Yeah, I'm determined. May play a bit first thing in the morning before for practice. Oh yeah, get that practice in. Get it in. I will be at work, unfortunately. But once I'm free from work, I'll be climbing that peak with y'all. Yeah, that was rough. We got to do that again. Oh. I had a big bug, yes. Hold on, Ash. Ash. Automod thinks that the word tosser is bullying. Esther the friend tosser. Listen, I can't technically toss people in P. You can toss people in RV there yet, which Crix did do to me multiple times. God, earlier today I just remembered the part where I picked up a raw patty off the table and ate it and then immediately died. I was like, it was poisoned. Oh my god. Anyway, I did see that. It was funny watching you get tossed. Oh, I'm sure it was. Sometimes I felt like I was just rage baiting Crix, and then they'd get mad enough they'd just grab me and throw me. It's a good time. That's how you show your friends you care. You rage bait them. Automod said no yeeting. That's so rude. How could Automod do that? I love yeeting and being yeeted. It's my favorite hobby. Also, fun fact, this song playing right now is called Aster. Wow. Check it out. It's about me. See, you are different. Alright, maybe we are kindred spirits. See, I'm the she/her version of myself, and then Sifrin's the he/they version. I got split in two, and each one took different pronouns. We had a basket of pronouns, and we both stole out of it. Alrighty. I don't think I had much else to tell you guys, because I just saw you guys yesterday. But, we could probably get into the art now. Hold on, let me check my notes. I have no notes, because I wasn't planning to stream tonight. Anyway. You want to hear me eat one of these pretzels? These spicy pretzels? I'll give you a crunch just for you. There you go. That's your crunch. I won't crunch in your ears anymore after this. I'll mute when I eat my pretzels. But that's your one crunch of the night. Enjoy. Alright. It is time for art. Let me move down here. I actually was all ready to stream right on time. And then I was like, oh shit, I have my normal setup going on right now. I forgot to do my art setup. So I had to take an extra like 2 minutes to rearrange my desk. I'll be doing some tidying up around the house. Ooh, nice, nice. I should tidy up my room sometime, but that's not now time, because now time is our time. Anyway, I just kind of pulled up these ones. Red guy gives commie vibes, not gonna lie. I don't think you're wrong. I don't know if we're gonna go with this. But honestly, I just have like a bunch of different random ones in here that I've drawn up. So I think we're just gonna like mess around and then figure out which ones we like. This one's kind of fun. And then we'll go with those. It might be purple, it might be orange, it might be a random color. I'm just seeing what's in here. I haven't opened up this file in a while. Purple one has a this bitch look going on. It kind of does a little bit. See, I think this was the original design I came up with, and then when I started turning it into pixel art, I was like, oh, that might actually be a little too much detail. I think this one here is basically it, just without the 3 dots on the top, because I was like, that's already enough detail. I feel like my issue when I was making purple was that, oh, stop. Okay, sorry, Photoshop was making a weird message pop up. I don't think you guys saw it. I feel like with purple, I might have been falling into the trap of making it too detailed when all the other ones are pretty simplistic. I know when I showed these ones to you guys last time, I think you guys liked this one that kind of looks like it's got vitiligo. I couldn't decide if I liked it or if it felt like it had a tiny bit too much detail. But I might go over here and put it on this one and see how that looks. That might sway my opinion. Because I don't feel like any of them should be too complicated. I think if people make fan ones, they can make it more complicated. But the ones that we have don't need to be super complex. This one's more simplistic, but I feel like it's too simplistic. I don't know. Managed to tidy and clean up the fish tank before stream. Ooh, nice. Nice and clean for the fishies. Comrade Asteroid looks like he's ready to jump out the screen to kick us in the teeth. You're not wrong. It does look very angry. 1 and 2 are fun. I think 1 and 2 are good options. Yeah, I think I do like those two a lot. This one I kind of like, but we might save that look for more like a black and white kind of color scheme. I don't hate this one, but I feel like it is falling into maybe a little too much detail. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take this one here and I'm gonna put it on the bigger version and see how I feel about it. That's what we're starting with, I guess. Black and white would work well. Yeah, I think I had one in here. So you kind of like this one. It looks kind of black and white. Was this one also? Okay, we got that one. Yeah, that one's black and white too. That one's using the same eye. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna take this. Where is it? Oh, I see. Like that. Ooh. Okay, let me take this pink color. Like I said, we might just throw random things at the wall and see what works. Okay, so this one has it there and there. Like this. in like this. I haven't worked on my asteroid in ages. Okay, I haven't worked on my asteroids in ages either. Woo! Okay, I've got like 2 dots there. And like... And then, how high up does that go? Oh, that kind of goes up more like this. Spaghetti tossing time? You tossing some spaghetti? Some spaghetti? Well, let me some spaghetti. How do I feel about it? I don't know if I like it. Let me try the time. What if, no. What if it just had a line at the top? That looks dumb. If you gave it like a shiny eyelid. Like that. No. I don't know. Oh, I'm so bad at making decisions, you guys. Alright. We're gonna move on from purple right now, because this is why I haven't made any, because I keep getting stuck on how I want this one to look. We're gonna move on to a different one. We're just gonna mess around. Let's see. Do I got any other ones here that look fun? We could do... We were talking about orange and green. There's also black and white. You know what? Maybe I'll try... Maybe I'll take the eye I was gonna use for purple and see how it looks in black and white. Okay, the eye is not symmetrical in this sketch. That's fine. Trying to picture what eyeliner or makeup would look like on the asteroids. That is a little hard because usually you put eyeliner to like one side, but with the asteroids they only have like one eye. Although you can have a two-eyed asteroid. I don't know, you could add something like that. Oh, the eyelashes. Just so many eyelashes. Yeah, beautiful. There you go, there's your eyeliner and your mascara. I don't hate it on the side like that, but I don't think that's what we're gonna put on here. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Let me just fill this in with some color. Let me turn that off. And then fill it with a random color for now. What did I just click? Get out of here. Okay. You'll never be alone. This is an Undertale fan song, by the way. Normally when I make something black, I don't make it pure black. That way you can still have shadows appear on it. But let's see how dark I make this one. Now welcome to your home. Safe and sound underground, they'll never reach you. And you'll never be alone. Is that the what I had going on there? Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, that's kind of fun. Do I want it to be this color specifically? Let me see if I can get any shading on this. If I do like multiply, yeah, you can get some shading on there. What color would I make the shading? Should I just make it a regular old gray color? No. And the self-esteem to match. What a catch. What a catch. Doo-doo-doo. American Emblem. the sea. Maybe like that. Maybe the shadow would be pure black on this side. Maybe like that. Let me take it over to the Pixel and see if I like it on the Pixel. Let's see, where is this? Which purple is this? There's 5 bajillion purples here. It's this purple. I'm gonna copy this. And I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna call it black and white test. I'm liking it. I do think it looks kind of cool. Let me switch my pen around. I need the pencil. The pencil tool. No. This one. Why am I not on the pencil? Thank you. There's a pencil. Okay, and then I have the lines. Hello? I think I need to get rid of some of these. Turn them off. There we go. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, that was my mom. Okay. I'll have to decide if I want it to be pure black, because I don't usually make things pure black, but maybe for this one it will be pure black. But I'll experiment. Okay, the lines. I'm gonna make pure black for now. Turn those off. Well, yeah, I'll turn that off for now. There's the shading. Okay, fill. I usually don't make things pure black or pure white, but we'll see. I make this pure white, maybe like ever so slightly off white. Maybe it should just be pure white. Pure white and pure black look pretty good together. Yeah, I think for something like this it might work. Although, okay, part of the reason I don't make things pure white or pure black is so that highlights and shading can still show up. I just realized if I made it pure white, the highlight would not show up. But, well, I mean, it'll be black on that side. Okay, well, I have things separated, so I can always adjust the color slightly. Okay, I'll just have it pure white for now. And then where is... Here's the eye. I'll take this gray color maybe. Let me get rid of that. I'll have it just be the eye shadow. Okay. And then let's take... This one already has the dots, so I will steal the dots from this one. Make them gray for now. What brush am I on? Or eraser? I want the pencil eraser, thank you. Okay, let's make this side black. Okay. Does that look right, or should it be more like that? Turn the eye shade off for a second. Hmm. Trying to get the curve of the front of the body. That's probably fine. Okay, where is the shade and highlight? Maybe I should make this a lighter gray. Like maybe it's a little too much. Okay, and then over here, we'll do that. And then for the shading, we'll do that. But I don't know if maybe having it pure black as the shade will just make it blend in with the lines too much. I feel like maybe that's what's happening. It's a bit better. I think maybe this needs to be more like that. And then where's the shade again? Maybe that looks a little bit better. Well, let me see. Yeah, I think I like that better. And the highlight. Where is it? Here we go. I mean, if I didn't think the highlight was gonna work here, I could also just get rid of the highlight and not have it on this one. Oops. Okay, that's when it's not pure white. And then I can go to the highlight and make the highlight pure white. Oh, just on this side though. This song is really cool. Has the same vibe as some of the battle music in Okami. I do like this song a lot. It's a Kikuo song using Miku. It's called, I think it's called Voices of Sovaka or Sowaka. I don't know. I feel like it was written differently in English than it was in Japanese. Because I think it had a V, and Japanese doesn't really have a V in it. But it's a good one. It's a banger. That might be good. Oh wait, something about the shading is off. Blah 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 blah. There we go. Let's see. How do we feel about this one? Chat. How do we feel? I can try and zoom in a little bit, but if I zoom in too much, it makes like the squares appear. I'm trying to decide if the shading on the black side is like too close to the line color, but maybe it wouldn't really matter at a small size. See what happens if I make it really small, like it would be on screen. Now it looks blurry. Okay, now it just looks blurry. I think that works. If we use this size shape for the black and white one, we can just come up with a new one for purple. You like it? I think I do like it too. I see the concern with it being too dark. Think it works. Okay. Because if you do think it's too dark, I can always adjust it to be a little lighter. I think it works. Okay, if we like this one, then we can probably move ahead with this one. Let me see, what are... Okay, the first two rows are basically just moving up and down, except like the blink. Maybe I'll make the blink version. What is this? Okay, that's still left over from purple. Mostly just didn't want the eye shade to be lost in the black, right? Yeah, that just like being able to tell the shape and see the shading in the highlights, even with it being black. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the eye's getting lost in that. It does read. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to try. I just want to see what it looked like. I don't think I'll go with it, but I want to see what this looks like. Oh, why did I have that? I see what's going on. Ooh. I just want to see what it looked like with a yellow eye. It looks kind of cool, but I think it throws off the black and white vibe. I don't know, what do you guys think? Actually, let me put them side by side. You come here. There we go. Here they are. Very cat-like. It is cat-like. You know, I don't hate it. It kind of helps make the eye pop. But I can't decide if it like throws off the black and white vibe a little too much. I don't know. Agreed. It looks kind of nice though. Oh no, now I'm gonna have trouble deciding again. This is the story of my life, you guys. This is why it takes me 5,000 years to do anything, because I'll sit there and agonize over every single decision. Keep it? Yeah, honestly, the more I look at it, I like how it pops. I think it looks really nice. Uh-oh, the difficulty of decisions. True. Actually, hold on. Let me bring it over here for a second. Let me just apply it here and see how we like it. It does still look very nice. I do like it. It does look good. Okay. Hold on. Do I have a yellow one anywhere in here? Okay. Because a lot of times what I like to do is I like to steal a color from one of the other ones and throw it on to that one. Let me see if I like these yellows better. That makes it look kind of orange. Let me pull up the other one. Here, let me zoom in so you guys can actually see. I think I do prefer the more yellowy yellow rather than the more orangish yellow. I'm really seeing how orangish it looks compared to this one. Oh, the yellow has a nice touch. Yeah, I actually really like it. I think it helps it pop. An artist completely redoing art multiple times. Never heard of that. Redoing the small spotting again. Mood. It's either redoing stuff over and over or not doing anything because I don't know what to do next. Okay, I've decided I do like this yellowy yellow. It looks nice. It pops out. It kind of looks like a Kirby enemy. I'll go do it. I'm committing, chat. We're committing. Alright, I'm getting rid of this one. The rig, it looks better now. Listen, it's not bad to go back and improve things. You know, a 2.0 rig. Alright, let me take this one. Put it here. I'm just gonna merge these ones so it doesn't have a bajillion layers. Yeah, let me get rid of the test part. Then we'll take this one and I'll put it here. And we'll put the blink here. Oop. I got some song suggestions. Oh god, okay. I can put those in. You know, at first I misread the Porter Robinson one. I thought you were saying Porter Robinson made a song called Prey Birds. I was like, how did he release the song and I didn't know about it? I was like, I haven't heard of that one. Alright, let me toss them in here. The only thing I was supposed to be doing tonight was actually transferring my phone data to my new phone because my dad and I are on this like step up program thing where you can like upgrade to the next phone for cheaper each year or whatever. I don't even know. But I was supposed to be doing that tonight, but then I was like, oh, I got Stream and I want my phone to add in music. So I'm not doing that right now because I don't know how long it'd take for my phone. But I'll either do it later tonight. I don't know if I do it tomorrow. I might just end up doing it Thursday. Okay, let's see. Writing on the wall. Writing on the wall. Symphony by Morgan. I'm glad you said who made that one, because that was not who first popped up. Once I add these in, I might move them around a bit, so it plays, it goes in between your suggestions and mine. I was gonna say, did Michi Mochibi come out with a original song, but it looks like it's a cover. Sad Machine. Not alone. Prey Birds. The watched version? Why are there two versions of it? I'll do this version. Carnivore of Rust. Alright, there you go. I put the songs in. They will all play eventually. Okay. Nice. Alright, now we gotta make this baby blink. My phone just fell on the floor. Hold on. At first I thought it might have fallen into the trash can, but it in fact fell next to the trash can. And that's always a win. Let me put the trash can back where it's supposed to go. Okay. Understand me. Let's see, what is the best way to do this? We just get rid of all that. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let me put this underneath this one just so I have the reference. What did I just do? Okay. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted. No, I feel like the edges going up makes it a little weird. Oh, wrong color. What layer is this on? Oh, I put it on. Why did I put it on that layer? Let's see. Oh, I don't like that. Hmm. I feel like it does need to curve down a bit. Maybe it should just stay there. Oh my god. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. She doesn't really read as a blink, I don't think. Hmm. Maybe I will just leave it as like the bottom of the eye. Even if that looks a little awkward. I feel like when it's moving, it might look okay. I think it's just awkward because this eye is just like flat on the bottom. So it's hard to decide how much it would curve. Oh, thank you for the care package, Changeling. Alright. We'll get a stretch. Let me stretch my wrists. That's what we should do on an art stream. We should stretch the wrist. Give it a good stretch. Wow, my hands are dry. I know I've mentioned it, how my fingers, especially my thumbs, get little cuts on the top of them, especially during the winter. And then I like to put lotion on my hands and wear gloves at night when I sleep. And this morning I took the gloves off and one of my thumbs was just all bloody because I guess it split during the night. It was bleeding. I was like, oh, that's great. It's just covered in dried blood. That's what I love to wake up to. Also should save your work. Oh, thank you. I will save it. All right, let me take a sip. Posture check. Oh my god. You're gonna make me stop sitting on my legs. Fine, I'll sit down. I'll sit properly and let my legs get the feeling back in them. Oh, Photoshop, come back. Photoshop, come back to me. Don't return to it, don't return to it. View mirror. And honey, I'm home. Three voices come from the gramophone. A vivisection of me. Dog's heart of a mystery. Honey, I'm home. I don't know if I really like that as like a closed eye frame, but you'll only see it very briefly, so it might work. Alright, then we'll do the one down here. What are these? Oh. I can get rid of that. And that. Devoured that of Father. Alright, and then we'll do this one. A vivisection of me, young by God for all to see. Hello, honey, I'm home. And I was gonna stay there. And then this one can move up. And this one can move up. And that one's good. This one can move down. Move down. For all to see. There we go. Hold on, let me check this for something. I don't need that one there anymore. Oop. Oh my god, no, I don't want to crop things. I hate when I accidentally hit crop and then it forces me to crop it and undo it. Okay, so we've got the first 2 rows done because the first 2 rows are easy. Now it's time to do sit. We sit. I learned how to play this on the piano once, but I haven't played it in forever. How much can you fit under your skin? How much can you fit under your skin? I wish you were dead, babe, I wish you were dead. I can fit too, I can fit too. We'll put that one there, and then the other ones we'll just take them, delete them. You think it'd be enough? You think it'd be enough? Heard you sing, but it ain't too well. Heartfelt, yeah, you meant so well, but your song's no good round here. I'm debating whether I should do the eye first or the rest of the coloring. No, not a chance in hell, yeah, I heard you sing, but it ain't too well. Oops, didn't want me to do that. Here, no, 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 no. They're making me grin. But it ain't too well. Heartfelt, yeah, you meant so well, but your song's no good around here. Let's do. Let's see, is that gonna be about what we want? Maybe a bit more like that. Let me take the shading off. Let's see, how does that look? Let me adjust the highlight. That doesn't look right. That looks about right.
should be more like that. I think it looks fine. Okay. Now I gotta put the eye on there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 13. Do it like this. Whoop.
Now the part I keep putting off rigging the arm. Oh, have fun. Someone loves arm rigging. Hmm.
What is this doing on here? Okay. I feel like I'm gonna have trouble drawing this eye shape at this angle. Should it move over one more? No, it's too much. Let me try filling it. Lilo.
I made it complicated for myself because I saw a cool way to rig arms and hands, and my brain went, I can do that. See, that's always our downfall, you know? We'll be like, oh, that's cool, let me do it. And then it takes 5,000 years. I feel like maybe the eye is still a little too low down. Let me move it, like, up one. I think that's a big reason why some of the things I've been meaning to work on haven't gotten finished. Oh, nice, Saribot. Catching cheap viewers even with weird alternate letters. That's funny.
Let me see. Up there or down here? Yeah, I think up a little bit does look better. Okay. Now I can add in the black and the white font. Okay, it should be right about here. Maybe right about there. I think that looks good.
I've tidied the fridge, the small freezer, and the big freezer. Also wiped out the air fryer, and it's now soaking hot soapy water. Nice, nice. Way to be productive. Keep viewers not inaccurate, to be fair. Yeah. I think this sit one is really the complicated one because it has like the weird perspective sort of change. I think all the other ones are gonna be a lot easier. Alright, we'll do this one. Oh, stop flying away. Oop. Alright, now we will do this next one. Am I like... Okay. I feel like everything looked ever so slightly weird, like the lines were not matching up. And I realized it's because the canvas was ever so slightly tilted. I was like, oh, that's why it looks weird. Okay, and then the highlight. Okay, and now I'll do... Oh, why do I have the lines below it? Shoot. Okay, whatever. Eh. Take the shade. That looks okay. Like that. I think that's fine. I'm gonna head to bed. Have a good night, y'all. Good night, Wolfie. Hope you have a good sleep. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a lovely day tomorrow. I'm gonna leave like that. Okay, and now I need to do the eye again.
Not what I wanted. No. Get rid of that. Thank you. Hmm. 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 Ah. Maybe that does look better. What if I take both of these and I move it over just a tiny bit? That does look better. Okay. Okay, I think that one's good. And then we gotta do them completely on the ground. Oh hell yeah, Porter Robinson time. Did I tell you guys Porter Robinson has his own Vocaloid called Poeta? Wait, actually, let me put his Vocaloid song in the queue. I've told you guys I've seen Porter Robinson live, right? I feel like I mentioned that before. With his last album, not his most recent album, but the one before that, Nurture. I saw the Nurture tour. Feels like it. Yeah, I think I have mentioned before. I only know this song of theirs. Okay, they've got a lot. This is one of his Vocaloid songs. I think he made like 2 Vocaloid songs, and then people were like, yay, we love Vocaloid. And then he was like, wow, Vocaloid fandom is cool. I'll make my own Vocaloid. Actually, let me add more Porter Robinson to the queue then. If that's the only song you know, let me add more. I need more. More. I know this from one of Mally's character playlists. I gotcha. Damn, Nurture was 2021. It's been 5 years. God damn. What else do I want to add from Nurture? We'll do Get Your Wish and Musician. And Do Re Mi Fa. Yeah, that one. And Mirror. Yeah.
Aster, you only know one, let me correct that mistake. No, his music's good. There's a chance you might have heard more, because I feel like his music gets used a lot on the internet. Especially some of his older stuff. Old? I'm not old. You're old. Alright, give me that color. I just realized with this one, it's gonna flip-flop when it walks. The black side and the white side are gonna flip-flop when it walks around. Oh no. I don't think there's any way to override that. I think it's just gonna do it automatically. Well... it's fine, I guess. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. What's that mean? Here, let me give you an example. Okay, I'll take this one. So what it's gonna do, see how it's facing to like the right? What the program's gonna do is it's gonna take the sprite and it's just gonna take this. Let me edit it. And it's gonna flip it like that when it walks around. So the black side and the white side are gonna flip-flop whenever it changes directions. And I don't think there's any way for me to like edit that in the program. I don't think there's any way for me to edit in unique left and right sprites. And even if I wanted to, it means I would have to go through every set and change, like edit it by hand, basically. Except maybe the bottom two, but any of the ones where it's like facing a specific direction. But oh well. That's cool, I think. I like that detail. Alright, well, it's gotta be what we're gonna have to go with it, because I don't think we can adjust it. And I still like the design, so we're just gonna keep it. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, I understand now. Yeah, you see? Because technically it flip-flops with all the ones we use, it's just all of those are basically symmetrical. So you wouldn't notice. Oh well, it's just gonna be what it is. That's funny and quirky, yeah. I might see if I can adjust it, but it does mean I would have to go in and like adjust every single sprite, basically. So, oh well, it is what it is. That's just your special power if you choose to be the black and white asteroid. You can flip-flop. Also, hi Odessa, welcome on in. Sorry I'm late, I'm working tonight. That's okay. Thanks for joining us. Especially since I rescheduled this stream last minute. Just built different, yeah. It's just your special little power. Ooh, this is his Vocaloid. When they made the Vocaloid for his voice, instead of using like how his voice normally sounds, they use the way his voice sounds when he pitches it up to sound more feminine, I guess. Because in a lot of his songs, you'll hear his voice and then like a pitched up version of his voice. I think it would have been cool if they used his regular voice, but this is fine too. Sums up what it's like when I'm rig myself. Oh my god. Yeah. God, rigging things that are asymmetrical. Awful. The worst. You'll be drawing it and you'll be like, this looks cool, and then you'll be rigging it and you'll be like, why did I do this to myself? Why do I torture myself so? I just got a meeting, half it was my boss showing off his My Little Pony figures. Hey, there are worse things that could happen in a meeting. When there's no one. But also, oof, yeah. This is the pain we endure for art. You know I'll live forever. I don't know if I can hit all these notes. Having one hand be a different color made me have to completely scrap the arms twice. Oh no! Yeah, that... I think when I was working on Astro 2.0, I think I was considering just having the arms be a copy and paste of each other instead of drawing them separately. I was like, it'd make it so much easier. Also, thanks, Astro. I had a black and white dreams last night. Oh my god. In Stars and Time is real, you guys. Did you also travel through time, Odessa? See, this is a very fitting asteroid to work on today. Since we just played in Stars and Time. Which, by the way, I'm excited to play more of it. I'm enjoying it a lot. This is one Porter Robinson song you might have heard. Because this one got really popular. I think was used in a lot of like fan edits. Like 10 years ago? God, has it really been 10 years? Oh my god. There's also a cool music video for it. Porter Robinson got like a whole ass Japanese anime studio to make an animation. Though this is technically a collab between Porter Robinson and Madeon. It's not just Porter. Same, and found out the hard way that no, I can't have one side's color be changed. Oh no. I think I have seen tutorials about how to rig asymmetrical things. Or at least I've seen people do it for like different colored eyes. But I never actually fully followed the tutorial myself, so I can't tell you if it works. It seems to be a very fun game so far. Excited for more of that game. Yeah, I've been meaning to play it for a long time. I knew it was gonna be right up my alley, and I'm like, damn, this is right up my alley. I am really curious where the story's gonna go. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. See, I think it's interesting because it's one of those games, well, one of those stories where it like assumes its audience already kind of knows the sort of like stereotypical story it's gonna tell. So it just kind of skips right to the ending so it can do something interesting with that ending, if that makes sense. You know, it's like you already know how this kind of story goes, so we're just gonna skip to this part because this is the part we want to tell. It was making me think of this book series that I've read. Well, it started off as one book, and then the author decided to make
a couple more. It's called Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know if you guys have ever read it, but it's basically like, it's like the final book in a Harry Potter-esque series that doesn't actually exist. So it's about this boy named Simon Snow, who's kind of like the chosen one, and he ended up at this like magical wizard school. And it kind of just skips like his final year there and tells the story of that. And so a lot of the like previous years or books that don't exist are told through like exposition. I think it came about because Rainbow Rowell wrote another book called Fangirl, which was about this, I haven't read it, but I think it's about a girl who is a fan of this fake Harry Potter series, Simon Snow's series. But I think she didn't like how it ended, so she wrote like gay fan fiction of it or something. So I think the idea is that this is the gay fan fiction, because Simon Snow does have a rival who's kind of like Draco Malfoy, and they are gay and they do get together. So if you like enemies to lovers, it's great. It's good. I enjoy it. I think it was intended to be a standalone book. But then she wrote 2 more. So it also has the interesting plot line in the other books of like what happens to the chosen one after the story is done, which is also an interesting plot line. I've read the first and second book, and then the third one came out. I was like, oh, I need to go buy it, and then I finally went and bought it, and then I never read it. So I think at this point I just need to reread the series from the beginning. Certainly an interesting way of doing it. Yeah, I knew bad stuff would happen with it starting at the end. I was aware of the time loop, but I am curious how it's gonna end and like where it's gonna go. I hope it'll be a happy-ish ending, but I don't know. And like I said, I don't know if it has multiple endings, so I guess we'll find out. Still here, I'll be alive next year. I can make something good. Oh, something good. I don't know if I can hit that low note. So I had to lock in. This is my favorite Porter Robinson song. I remember reading a book that every other chapter takes place at a different time, a rock band, and medieval setting. It ends with both timelines mixing together. Oh, that sounds really interesting. Can't remember the name of the book though. I've had that happen with so many books. Every once in a while, I'll be like, what was that book called? I'll like be thinking of a random book, and I'll try my best to like Google it, and sometimes I can find it, and sometimes I can't. I wonder if the time loop will be pushed further back so they start at different times. I'm not sure. I feel like it might. I don't know if it'll go back further than the point that we started at. I was actually kind of expecting it to go back further, because I thought it was going to be like, oh, we're going to start at the end of the game, and then when the loop happens, it'll start further back, so then you can see some of the stuff that you didn't get to see before, you know? But maybe it will just loop from this point. I actually was wondering if Siffrin was already caught in the time loop. But I guess we get to see the start of the time loop. Because I was kind of thinking that maybe part of the reason that they already felt kind of like really tired and apathetic about everything was the fact that they were like stuck in the time loop already, so they kind of stopped caring about a lot of stuff. But I guess we'll see where it goes. I'm worried that they're gonna get more apathetic and tired, because it's a little concerning that they're already like that.
But maybe it will help them find fulfillment in life. I don't know. Because everyone was like, what are you gonna do after this? And they're like, giving non-answers. And they're like, oh, I joined their party because I had nothing better to do. I'm like, home they, I think you're depressed. Home buddy. Sentinels of the Galaxy is an excellent series. Oh, what's that about? That's what I was thinking. We shall see. Indifference can be very dangerous. Yeah. I'm worried that they're gonna, like, just stop caring altogether at some point. Sound like okay? That might be okay. Let me add in the yellow and see how it looks. Live next year. I can make something good. Oh, something good. Hello? Meow, 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 meow. This is the other old Vocaloid song Poor Rumsen made. Hello? What did I just do? I don't want to crop! Oh my god. Keep accidentally hitting the crop button all the time, every day. I thought I found it back. I remember reading this book in 2012, but this book was released in 2017. Oh. You thought you read it in older, like... Okay, so the book you found was too new to be the one that you read. I think they're giving non-answers because they have no answers. They seem to have nothing better to do when they joined up. It stands to reason they'd have nothing better afterwards. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. They don't have anything they're passionate about. They don't have anything to go back to. We're just kind of drifting through life. You know, they have this, like, found family now, but it sounds like the found family is gonna split up afterwards because they all have things to go do. Which is why I'm kind of hoping that Issa is gonna be like, hey, wanna come with me if you're not doing anything? You can come with me while I start my clothing thing. Put this one here. Here. And that one there. There we go, that's it. I'm hoping that even if Sifrin doesn't return Issa's feelings, they could at least go stay with Issa. I'm also worried that they would find it easy to choose to sacrifice themselves if it meant saving their friends. Because if they're in the mindset of, like, I have nothing that matters to me in life, I have nothing to do. Oh, all my friends that I love will get saved if I sacrifice myself? Sure. I think that might end up happening too, or at least it might be an option. Everyone else has an endpoint except them. Issa, though, says they'll stick with them forever, so that's something. Yeah, that's cute. I do think it'd be cute if they'd be together, regardless of whether they're friends or something more. Okay, part of the reason I don't know if they're gonna be a couple is because I could have sworn that I've seen people mention that Sifrin is asexual. I don't know if that's correct. I could have hallucinated that. But also, just because someone's ace doesn't mean they're aromantic. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But they can still be buddies, at least. Good point. Hopefully their friends stop them. Yeah. I feel like that's gonna be part of their journey to finding their own self-worth. Aster, that sounds like the plot of Donnie Darko minus the rabbit costume. Oh man, I still have never watched Donnie Darko. I've been meaning to. I think it's been on my to-watch list for like 10 years. I mean, it's exactly. Yeah. But I guess we'll find out. We will see. What? Okay, that was that one. This is gonna be black, white, 5. Where'd the BW go? Hello? My pen. Got it. Another great movie to add to the watch party list. Another movie to the list. So I have to make sure they're movies I can find and share. I'm given to understand even arrow folk can find partners, so even if they were arrow, it wouldn't stop them. That's true. Asexuality and aromanticism, yeah, are both spectrums. So even if someone's on them, they can still experience either sexual or romantic feelings. But also some people, even if they don't, they can be in, like, I guess people call them queer platonic relationships. You know, your relationship's really what you make of it. I guess we'll see. I just hope that they stay close, as they seem to get along really well, and Issa needs someone, or Sifron needs someone in their corner. There's also a sequel called S. Darko, but it wasn't any good. Different director. I see. That's unfortunate. But we can always, if you don't like a sequel, you can always just ignore it, which is what I do. Speaking of sequels that I like to ignore, did you guys see the announcement for the next Life is Strange Double Exposure sequel? You know, Double Exposure, the game that no one asked for and no one wanted, and that kind of did a terrible job with the story. Exactly. As long as they're together, regardless of the capacity, it'll be good. Yeah. Have not, no. Oh boy. I know I was debating, before Double Exposure came out, I was debating playing it on the channel, and then I was like, I don't think I want to. And I watched someone else play it, and it's kind of okay for like the first half of the game, but it gets to like the last 2 chapters, and it just kind of falls apart. That's on top of the fact that the game was made by a different studio. And the original studio was like, this is the end of Max's story. We would not make a sequel to the game. Then the other studio was like, nah, we're gonna make a sequel, and we're gonna respect both endings, except not really. We're gonna do a really shitty job of respecting one of the endings. I don't know how familiar everyone is with the Life is Strange games. Here's the basic breakdown. The first Life is Strange was created by a studio called Don't Nod. And then their publisher was Square Enix. But I guess in order to get the game made, they I guess had to sell the rights to the IP to Square Enix. So even though Don't Nod made Life is Strange, Square Enix owns the IP. So Don't Nod made Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 2, and the like little prequel, the Life is Strange 2, which was called Captain Spirit or whatever. And then I guess after that they decided to stop working with Square Enix, but that also means that they had to leave behind the Life is Strange IP, even though they created it. And after they left, Square Enix was like, okay, we're gonna hire this other studio to keep making Life is Strange games, and that studio is called Deck Nine. And for Life is Strange 1, the original creators were like, this is the end of the story for these characters. We wouldn't make a direct sequel to this game because this is the end of their story. And if you got like this specific ending where these two characters get together, then our belief is that they would stay together forever. They would have their ups and downs, but they would stay together. And then I don't know if the decision came more from Square Enix or more from Deck Nine. I feel like it was probably Square Enix. I guess, I don't know if like the other Life is Strange games that Deck Nine made maybe didn't do as well. So I guess they were like, oh, let's bring back the main character from the first game and make a sequel with her, even though the original creators were like, we wouldn't do that. And it was also like, the first game has two very different endings that you can get. And they were like, we're gonna honor both endings. And when you play the sequel, you can put in which ending you got, and that'll affect, it'll affect the story a little bit. And then they proceeded to do it in such a way that really did not honor one of the endings and was kind of really shitty. And I feel like they're trying to go back on it with this sequel to the sequel. Because in Double Exposure, they were like, oh, if you had this ending where these two characters ended up together, we're gonna have them break up off screen. Just randomly. We don't want this other character in the game. Fuck that character. And everyone was mad about it because it was really stupid. So with this sequel to the sequel, in the teaser, they're immediately like, look, this character's back. Oh my god. Beloved character, here they are. We've learned the error of our ways. And I don't even think it's completely unrealistic that those two characters would break up, but it's just the way they did it was really, really shitty. And it's like, yeah, you definitely honored that ending. Sometimes you gotta let lie, create a new story within the universe with a new cast and story without messing with the old. Yeah. It did not need a sequel. And the big thing is, like, I think the story would have been okay. It probably would have been better if they didn't have that character in it. Because, like, it doesn't really feel like they were adding on to her story. It just kind of feels like they had this other story and threw her into it to be like, look, she's back. Oh my god. Even though it really had nothing to do with the old story. And they gave her different powers too. So it's like, I think this story would have been stronger if you had just chosen like a new protagonist. I played Life is Strange 2. I've only gotten through like the first chapter because I was playing with friends, and then we had a big friend group breakup and we're no longer friends with that friend. But Wolfie and I might play it someday because we wanted to finish it. Yeah, True Colors was decent from what I played. I've watched a friend play Life is Strange, True Colors. I did like that one. But I don't know if it really did as well. It might have done okay. See, that was an example of them, you know, using their own protagonist and creating a new story, and I thought it was decent. But I don't know if it, like, maybe it just, like, didn't do as well, and they were like, okay, if you make another story, you need to put in the protagonist from the first game so we can get people to buy this game. Maybe. I don't know if that's true, but I think I also heard that Double Exposure went through, like, a lot of rewrites and changes. And you can kind of tell, because, there are a lot of, like, plot points that just kind of pop up and then get dropped. Or get resolved in really weird ways. Mostly they don't get resolved at all. Let's see, do I do all the shading correct? Okay, that one I need to still do. Okay, I think that's all there. Legacy characters can be a minefield. Yeah. I think for the stretch and hydrate, I'll do that right now. But, like, I think just a big issue with it is that there's two very different endings to the first game. And I think the main character would not be in the same place in her life in both endings. In Double Exposure, they're like, oh, regardless of which ending you get, she will be in this place in her life and act like this and be like this. I'm like, I don't think she would be. I think her life would be different in the two different endings. She really doesn't feel like she needs to be in this story. And I don't feel like the power they came up with was necessarily bad, but it just felt weird that they gave her a completely different power. And it just got jumbled by the end. There's this new character in Double Exposure that's like an important character to the story called Safi. And I'm like, I think the story would have been stronger if they had just made Safi the main character. Because I feel like we as the audience would have been more connected to the story if we were playing as a character who was more connected to, like, all the plot lines going on, rather than just being Max, who's like, I'm this temporary teacher here, and now I'm figuring out everyone else's backstory. Why change her power? I don't know. I don't know if they originally, like, started out with a different idea. Like, maybe it wasn't supposed to be Max as the main character, and then later on it got changed to Max, and that's why the power is different. I feel like that could have been maybe what happened. But, another thing I've seen, I don't know if this has been confirmed, but there's a theory that originally the new power... Okay, for those who don't know, in the first game, her power is to, like, rewind time, which is really cool, and it has this really, like, meta feel to the game, because you can, like, choose an option in an interaction, and then rewind time, and then choose a different option, and, like, figure out, you know, which option you like. In Double Exposure, they changed her power. Instead of rewind powers, she has the power to switch between two different realities. Basically, the setup to the game is that her friend gets killed at the very beginning of Double Exposure. And she can flip between the reality in which that friend has died and the reality in which the friend has not died, and kind of try and solve the murder and stop her from getting killed in the other dimension, I guess. Which, like I said, that's a cool idea, and it's not a bad power, but it's not as cool as the time rewind, and it's like, why bring her back if you're gonna give her a completely different power? Oh, I was gonna say, I heard that one of the theories is that originally maybe the like changing dimensions or timelines sort of power was going to be how they resolved having the two endings in the game. Because it could be like one dimension is like for ending one, the reality in which ending one happened, and then the other dimension is the ending in which reality ending two happened. And that could be how they would like honor the two endings. And that would have been cool. But at the same time, I think they should have just given it to a new character. But like I said, I don't know if it was like Square Enix being like, these games need to sell better, bring back the main character from the first game, because that'll get people hyped. It's a different studio but similar gameplay style, but Tell Me Why is great. Tell Me Why is by Don't Nod, which are they are the original creators of Life is Strange. In fact, I feel like Tell Me Why probably would have been a like part of the Life is Strange series if they still had ownership of the IP. Because it does feel like a Life is Strange game, but I think at that point they'd already left Square Enix, so they couldn't use the title anymore. But my friends and I did play Tell Me Why, and I did enjoy it. I didn't finish it, but I played it. I mean, cool ability, but why not give it to a new character? Yeah. No, it just needs good writing. That's true. The writing was kind of all over the place. It's free in June. That is true. Tell Me Why. They do make it free every June for Pride Month. So I do actually own the game. I did get it a June or two ago. Because one of the main characters is trans. It is cool. Okay. I did that one. I was distracted by my rant about Life is Strange. Put this one here. That one just like that? Yeah, it is. Okay. Ash, you know you can't say the word morons. Automod doesn't like that. Nah, it's a relatable character. Yeah, I think they're a really well done character. I like them a lot. Writing's what truly matters. Middle management, the morons who run these companies need to understand that. I agree. I agree. Though, unfortunately, there are times where like a really well done game doesn't sell well. Even if it is like a really good and real well written game, that doesn't always mean success. And we know these companies only care about money. Alright, I gotta do this one. Rat bastards. Yeah. Imagine all the amazing art that could happen if No one had to worry about paying their bills. Oh, another game that Don't Nod made recently was Lost Records. Wolfie and I played that one. It was pretty good. I do think the ending could have been a little stronger, but I still enjoyed it. I don't know if any of you guys played that. Oh, what am I doing? It was definitely still better than Double Exposure. The publishers behind Disco Elysium fucked off the dev team where they didn't get paid from the sales of the game. Oh yeah, I don't know all the details, but I did hear that some real fucked up shit happened with that game. To the point where I think the original creators, well, I think they lost, I don't know if they work there anymore, but I think they're also just like, yeah, just pirate the game. We want people to play the game, just pirate it. Which, you know, had to have really fucked up if even the creators are like, yeah, just pirate the game. Like, I don't care if I get paid anymore. Just play my game. Dancer in the dark. There we go. I think all that shading adds up. Yeah, that looks correct. All mediums of art would see a renaissance if that were the case. And it would be a beautiful renaissance. Yeah, remember hearing about that was messed up. Yeah, I don't know all the details. I can't really sit here and tell you guys what happened, but it does sound like it was just fucked up. I feel like a lot of people got laid off too. Okay, what line is that little thing on? Oh, I guess, okay, I guess I would just make it myself. Actually, hold on, let me see. What color is it? Is it this color? It is that color. Okay, I know what I thought. Let's see, do I need anything else on this one? I don't think so. Oh, I just realized oh shoot, okay. I was like, the sparkle I'm gonna put at the bottom is pure white, so I'm not gonna be able to see it on that background. Okay, that should work. Yeah, I can't see them at all. La, 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 la. I can see them on this one. I won't be able to see them on this one.
there any sparkle in that one? No. Okay. Nice, we got that one done. Alright, let's do this is black, white, 6. Why isn't the VW showing up? E W 6. Oh, I should eat more of my pretzels. Bone apple teeth. Would the eye just be like this? I feel like this eye is gonna be wider than that eye. Maybe it should be more like this. Maybe not as exaggerated. What layers it's even on. Maybe I will make it that long. Yeah, it's more noticeable as a happy face on that one. I was gonna say doing the divide between the black and white one will be easy on this one because it's facing forward, so it'll just be straight down. But I realized it's the middle part is like 3 spots across. So I'm gonna have to decide if the white takes up more space or the black does. Oh well. It should be fine. Okay. Decisions. True. Okay, that's it with the black being slightly wider. That's it with the white being slightly over. I feel like I'm gonna go white. Especially because it has black lines. I think having a little more white works better. It balances out with the black lines. Okay, well that was a quick decision. I think these need to go lower. Does the eye need to be wider? Maybe the eye still needs to be wider. Let me see. I feel like this is gonna be too wide if I do this. Oh. This yellow eye is definitely bigger than the blue one's eye. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay, I think that looks good for that one. Go there. Go to another one. And another one. Oop, don't get closer. There we go. Alright, now we do this one. So I hope you guys liked today's thumbnail, because I wasn't even sure if I'd have a thumbnail in time, but I got home earlier than I thought I would. I was like, I don't know what to make a thumbnail. I'm just gonna go insane. And I feel like my thumbnail reflected that. It was a good time. I felt inspired. Oh shoot. Dark, the dark, the dark. I know this song came across it a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like Brie has it on one of her playlists that she plays on stream a lot. Does she? Or am I thinking of a different song? It might be this one. Why do I still have this extra one here? I don't need that there. Get out of here. Back at laptop, always love your thumbnails for streams faster. Things changing. I try sometimes. I'm liking the asteroids. Yippee! Wahoo! I'm glad we can make a new one today.
Because I haven't felt inspired to make one in a long time. I'm so annoyed I didn't realize that there would be a flipping problem. But it's fine. We'll either just live with it or I'll try and look into a workaround. The thumbnails are often very cute or goofy plus funny. I'm glad whenever I get inspired to make a thumbnail. A lot of times I just take a screenshot from the game and slap myself on there and I'm like, that's good. But sometimes I get inspired. Alright, what am I doing on this one? Abracadabra. Abracadabra. Alright, done with reading for tonight. Time for blueberry muffins and Heartopia. Yippee! Oh yeah, I hope you enjoy your muffins. I know you said you were making them the other day. I hope they're as tasty as you imagined. I keep debating if I want to try out Heartopia. I don't always like free-to-play games or games with microtransactions that are technically free-to-play. I don't always like the way they feel. And also, TikTok has been giving me like AI ads for the game, and I'm like, why are they using AI for these ads? But everyone's playing it, and I'm like, I'm feeling the FOMO. They turned out awesome. Thank you. Same liking it so far. The game can be played without the gacha elements, unfortunately. See, that's the thing. There's all these like gacha games or games that are like free to play with microtransactions. But even if you can play it for free, I just don't always like the feel of them. Like, I don't know if it's just the way they're designed or if it's like partially that they're like, oh yeah, you can play it for free, but also here's like constant advertisements about, oh, you could buy this or you could pay for these things. And for some of them, they might have like an energy bar sort of thing where it's like, oh, you can, for free, you can play until your energy's out and then you wait for it to reload in real life time. But if you pay money, you can reload it immediately. I don't know. I don't always like the vibes. Even if it's not like obnoxious in your face. Just, I don't know. The way they feel. I can't describe the way they feel, but I just don't like it as much as a game that I can just pay full price for. You know, whatchamacallit, I got turned off from the game due to the ads. Yeah, I keep getting this one where it's like an AI like streamer girl talking in like the obnoxious like TikTok voice. Like, wow, in this game I can do this and blah 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 blah. I'm like, why are you advertising the game to me like this? This doesn't make me want to play the game. And even if I do get into those games sometimes, they don't always hold my interest for very long. Using the AI ads is so stupid. The ads of the game alone are good enough, let alone paying someone like Barry to advertise. Barry made me play, not the shitty ads. Yeah, yeah. The shitty ads are turning me off from it, but seeing Barry and like other people play it is tempting me. There probably are a ton of streamers that they could have gotten easily to do an advertisement for them. I only got the ads after I started playing the game, ironically. Oh no. Alright, I need to figure out this eye. See, this one's like this, but I think it needs to be a little wider on this eye. This asteroid has a very wide eye. Yeah, I think that's better. I think the best solution is complain about the ads, give them a bad rating because of the ads, and refuse to spend money. That might help. It might. I think if they get enough pushback about the ads, they might reconsider them. I just realized something I haven't been doing on the closed eye is adding a shadow above it, like on this one. Oh shoot, should I be doing that? Maybe I should be doing that. Alright, hold on. Let me see how it will look with a shadow. Maybe this one will look better without a shadow. Just because the black and white is already there. And it might already make it look confusing. I don't have the shade is helping. Does it have the shade on the other colors? It does. It does. Okay, maybe I will add the shading in. Do I need to add shading to this one then? It did have shading. Okay, I might go back and do that. Yep, keep bullying companies that their AI slop sucks. True, true. Let them know you don't like it. On the subject of money, it isn't really preventable in the game, only with the actual gacha system. Very cleverly designed too. It isn't really prevalent. Sorry. See, the thing is, I played Palia, which was also like a free-to-play game that had microtransactions. Although it was mainly just like clothes. And even then, I liked Palia for a time, but then I kind of fell out of it, and I'm not sure if I fully like the way it feels. It's like, Palia didn't have the paid aspect that much in your face, but even then, I was still like, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna stick with this game for a long time. Bullying is the best path forward. Eventually, companies will err away entirely in their advertisement. Yeah, I'm really hoping it's just kind of a phase right now, a fad that will go away eventually when companies finally realize people don't like it. And that it doesn't make a good quality product. And into the ground. Ooh, I did not cue this song, but this is using Poeta, the Porter Robinson's Vocaloid. Poeta. Or so it goes. So far, yes, I avoid gacha games for that reason. So far, this game is lovely. Alright, I might check it out eventually. We'll see. See where I put the shading on this one. Okay. Oh, that's not the shading. Oh, I guess the shading's just on all of it. Cool. Alright, I'll put it here. Maybe I'll move that up. Yeah, it's better. Oh, I just realized I'm gonna have to redo all those other ones. That's fine. Imagine if Yakuza was like that, only one story and one Majima fight a day, and you gotta pay for Hiromi. See, I would hate that. That'd be awful. Would suck for sure, yeah. I don't know how prevalent it is, but isn't there an issue that some games have had where it basically is like pay to win? Where it's like you basically have to pay to get like the best ending or whatever. Which is really shitty. Okay, is that one done? No, I need to do the little dots under the eye. I was like, something is missing. Do do do. Those look too close. Maybe this one should be farther down. Oh, there we go. I think that's fine. There are games like that. That's so shitty. It's one thing to have DLC that like adds onto the story and gives you more adventures. It's another thing to be like, you want the best ending? You gotta pay extra for it. So I don't like phone games. It's pay to win or an ad every 3 minutes. Yeah, there was a point where I just kind of deleted most of the games off of my phone, partially for storage reasons, but also just like so many of them are just obnoxious. Honestly, I would just prefer the games where it's like you can download the demo for free and then you can play the first few stages and then after that you can buy the full game if you want. I prefer games like that on my phone. Like Sally's Spa. Which was a game I played on my phone a lot years ago. But hey, you would just you could play the demo for free, like the first world or two, and then you could buy the full game. And you just have the full game. It was great. More room for wives. Exactly, exactly. I needed the storage space. Let's flip this. Alright, now I just gotta flip all the colors, basically. No, why did... I hate when I accidentally press F and it's like, full screen. Do that for a second.
right color. And the shading. Do this color and this color. Go, and then we just need to fix the highlights. I think they're okay, they're right here. When I was in high school, you either had a flip phone or a Nokia brick, and the games you got were Snake and If You're Lucky Solitaire. See, I had a flip phone. My flip phone did not have, like, any games on it. Not that I was aware of. Minutes didn't always be unlimited. Yeah. When we first got phones, we didn't have texting. My parents were like, you don't really need to text. And texting cost extra money, so... I could receive text from people, but I couldn't send text without it, like, costing money per text. Then, like, halfway through high school, I got, like, an iPod Touch, I guess. It was kind of like an iPhone, but without the phone capabilities. Later on, they turned it into the iPhone. So I could text my friends if I had Wi-Fi. My flip phone had Spore on it. God, I remember those days. Yeah. I got my first iPhone when I started college. Before that, was all flip phones and iPods. Okay, let's grab this one. Okay, there we go. That one's there. Back before smartphones, you couldn't even connect to the internet. Yeah, true. Actually, I think partway through high school, we did get texting. I think at that point, texting stopped costing, like, extra. It was, like, included with the plan or something. So I could text people, but, you know, it was with the flip phone. So, like, you'd have to, like, press A 3 times if you wanted to see. But I got really fast at texting like that. I could text surprisingly fast. Alright, let's grab this one. I never got fast at it, was good enough though. That's what counts. You don't gotta be the fastest, just efficient enough. Okay, I gotta draw this one from the front.
Remember having to hit the keypad enough for the right ones, and if you missed up, you just gave up. Yeah. Maybe from the front it'll be 3 across. Yeah. See, is this... Trying to decide if it needs to be like 1 pixel taller. No, I think that's about perfect for it. Is it far across enough? Yeah, I think so. Oop. Actually, it kind of feels like it needs to be 1 up. But it might throw off this one. Let me take a look. Oh, wrong thing. Oh shoot, I forgot that was on that layer. Oh well. Does it need to be 1 up? Oh, did it kind of get moved over one? No. Let me see what it looks like a tiny bit taller. Let me see. I feel like that's too tall compared to the other ones. I'm gonna keep it that height. So Aster, how has Pokemon ZA been going? Caught the other legendaries yet? I have not played it since we last streamed it, honestly. Probably get back into it at some point. Just play it whenever. I am debating whether or not to play any more of it online on stream, because like there is, I think, a bit more we could do story-wise. But at the same time, like I said, I'm kind of a little over it. I just want to move on to other games, so we probably won't. At least not for a while. Gotta get back to work. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for joining us, Odessa. I hope you get your work done quickly and efficiently. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye bye. It'll be up to you, whatever you feel like. Yeah, part of me's like, ooh, I think there is more story, and I'd like to experience the story with you guys. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm ready to move on. So I think we're just gonna move on. I'll get back to the game eventually. Okay, let me... That eye does feel kind of low, though. I think it's fine. Should I? Let me look at some of the other colors. It's yellow. There's pink. Oh, pink. Yeah, pink's bottom is even lower than that, so I think it's fine. I'm just fine. Okay, we're gonna take this and we're gonna copy it. Wrong one, actually. This is my favorite Vocaloid song, by the way, just so you know. Okay, did I put the shading on a different layer? Or did I? I did not care. I did not put the shading on a different layer. I should have. It's fine. Moshi bye. Okay. Then I think is the highlight on a different layer? Okay, at least the highlight's on a different layer. Okay, there we go. I should really learn how to play this one on the piano, because the piano is really prominent in it. I gotta make sure I keep rotating it the way I want it to. Hold on. Let me look at something here. Okay, it is spinning with the feet going to the right. Okay. I want to make sure I was spinning it the correct way. Who's ready for the happiest someone just died song? Woohoo! I actually don't know the lyrics that well. Never mind. See, when it's upside down, it looks like the eye is maybe too low. Oh well. It works. Oh wait, am I changing the orientation of the... Okay, I did not. The shading on the eye is just the same. That's fine. Sayonara. See, where is it? It's right here. Okay. There we go.
Hold on, I hear sad puppy. Sad puppy is here. Let's see, where's the highlight going? Over there. Okay, here? Yes. Hello, sad puppy. Ash says hello, honey. She's too busy sniffing my laundry. Honey Changeling says hi. She's still sniffing my laundry. Alright, time for the best emote. Squish. Come here, Squish. Oh, why did I copy paste that? It's not special. Can I help you? What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? Yeah. That little eye boogie there. Let me get your eye boogie. Get your eye boogie. I feel like I might sneeze. Am I going to? We'll find out. Maybe not. Alright, let's see what next. Come back here. 53, 54. We love counting. Is this right? It is the right color, okay. I still need to finish this show. I actually never got around to watching season 3. I really like this show. Mob Psycho 100, in case you didn't know. The final ad is starting soon. Alright, let's get this shade down. Maybe I'll just put the highlight on the same layer. It don't matter none. Squish it like that, yeah.
you all have fun counting. Oop, I don't want to crap. Oh my god. We are almost done. Honestly, at this point, I might just go until we finish this. We're almost there. See how far. Yeah, that's fine. Or should it be more like that? I think that's fine. If I tell you how I feel. Oh, thank you for the hydrate ash. I will take a little sip. Alright, now I just need the eye. Making one pan chicken and chorizo dish for dinner, having with some crusty bread and possibly chips depending how much is actually made. Oh, that sounds yummy. That sounds really good. Chicken and chorizo. Yummy. I had pot roast for dinner. It was leftover pot roast. It was very good. It's got the meat and vegetables, potatoes and carrots and onions and I think parsnips. My dad also made dumplings for it, but I think all the dumplings have been eaten. Because mom really likes the dumplings. Uh-oh. I think the eye needs to be... I think it's more squished on the side. Anyway, you guys want to listen to a song about cannibalism? That wide enough? Probably good. Ah, am I on the same layer? No, I'm a layer above it. Why am I the layer above it? Like that. I think that looks fine. Okay, now I think I just need the highlight. What layer am I putting it on? I'll put on the shading. Why not? Oh, I need the little dots too. The little dots. The little dots. I'll put them on this layer. Looks fine. Okay. Oh, why are these in the same thing? Hold on. Where'd you go? Come here. And I'll take that and we'll flip it. Flip around here. And I just gotta flip everything else. Really like how they're looking. Thank you. I'm liking how they look too. They should be all ready to go for next stream. Didn't mean it. Close. Are we allies or enemies? This will be the death of me. Hold on. Actually, some of the shading is a little wrong. You fix that. The shading should be gray. There we go. Okay, I'll have to fix that over here, but that's fine.
Love and war, but I can't fight with you anymore. I was on the wrong one. I renamed the wrong one. Okay. There we go. We can turn those off for now. We can keep them on. Oh, that's not the right color. Are we allies or enemies? This will be the death of me. This will be the death of me. Of me. The allies or enemies. This will be the death of me. Look who's done. Wait, I needed to go in and add the shading to this eye really quick. Where is it? Here it is. To the lock. Should it go all the way over? Maybe just to the edge. No? Okay, it can go all the way over. Okay. Maybe I'll move that highlight up a little bit. I'll do that. Okay, let me see. I think, how do I do this again? I gotta remember how to do this. I haven't uploaded a stream avatar in a long time. Okay, where's stream avatars? Where is it? Oh. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be black and white. All right. Can I remember in the next 5 minutes how to upload a new color? Hold on, I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna see if I can put this in here real quick so we can test it out already. Ooh, okay. Okay, I think I'm remembering. Let me do this. I turned off stream avatars for a second because I gotta reset it. Let me get it. Okay. Copy. Paste. Alright. And then where do I go again? Avatars and gears. Save and reload. Black and white. Okay. Oh. Hold on. Okay, I see. Okay, I gotta adjust some settings so it's in there correctly. Alright, and then what else to adjust? Okay, that needs to be 3 frames. And then that one can be 9. Sit is 9, stand is 9, jump is 9, dance is 4, squish is 5. Okay. Dance 4. And then this is spin, and this one is squish, and squish is 5.
idle for 3, walk for 9, sit for 9, stand 9, jump 9, dance 4, spin 9, squish 5. Dance 4, squish 5. Let me make sure I did that correctly. Dance 4, squish 5. Okay. I think it should be all set. I'm gonna press connect. And let's see. I think you guys, oh, hello. I think you guys should be able to go into the about section and change your color. I don't know if you'll need to reset the page, but I think it should work now. Is there a command you can do to change your color? I don't remember. Let me see. Let me see if I can do it too. Let's see, where's the about section? Stream avatars. Want an avatar, follow, or sub? I have an avatar. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is it gonna do it? It did it! Let's go! So you can see it, it flips. It flips the colors when you go the other direction, but it's fine. Let's do squish. I want to see. Show me. Is it gonna work? Did I put in the command incorrectly? Hold on, let's try some other commands. Oh shit, spin. Oh shoot, I forgot to I forgot to have them loop. I think that's one of the issues. Okay, let's try dance. I think that one's not gonna loop either. Oh, dance is, oh, okay, dance not oof. It did not, it did not oof. Okay, 1 second, let me go back in and loop them. Let's see, how do I do looping again? Let me look at them. Advance. Loop. 60. 60 equals infinity, okay. That's not what I want. Okay, so dance, spin, and squish should all loop. Does anything else need to loop? I don't think so. Alright, let me add in the loop. Okay, I got that one. That one. And that one. Okay. Oh wait, let me go back. Hold on, I'm disconnecting again. Let me make sure that squish was spelled correctly on the last one, because I feel like it wasn't working. Okay, it looks like it's spelled correctly. All right, I'm reconnecting. Let's try it. There we are. There we go. Now we're squishing. Now we're spinning. Now we're dancing. Let's go. Hey. Why'd you attack me? I need my avatar there to test things out. Okay, it looks like it's still flipping, technically, like, the dance and, like, other animations. I guess it's counting, like, if the avatar was facing to the left when you started the animation, it will do it facing to the left. Or flipped on one side. Sorry, the timing was too good. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate. Let me see. Go left. Is that gonna do something? Oh, I think I just, is it just left that I do? Okay. And then I wanna do, let me try this. Oh shit, I wrote it twice. Okay, yeah, see how usually the white is on the left, but right now the black is on the left because I was facing left, so it's still flipping it. Interesting. Okay, anyway. I guess it is like every sprite probably has a left and a right. I guess the program doesn't necessarily know if something is facing forward or not. It's just like, here's the sprite on this side and here's the sprite on this side. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. I think we're about done. I'm glad we got this accomplished all in one stream. I like our new asteroid. It's very cute. And it has the magical ability to swap swap what colors on which side. That's so cool. That's so unique and amazing. I always feel good when we can get something accomplished on an art stream. Feels good, feels productive. Sprites are very cool. Thank you. Been a great stream. Aster got a lot done. Nice, nice. I'm glad we could all be productive together. And thank you guys again for being understanding about me rescheduling the stream to tonight. I really want to play Peak. Awesome stream, Aster. The asteroid is very cute. Hope you have a good evening. Thank you. Looks like Venoof is live. Ooh, Venoof is live. Let's see who else is live. Yeah, you know what? We could raid Venoof again. That'd be fun. Oh, I actually clicked on someone's page. I gotta go back. But yeah, that's gonna be all today. I do have one more stream this week. It's going to be Thursday at 8 p.m. EST, so it'll be an hour earlier. We're gonna play Tammy Chang's games, Escaped Chasm and Dweller's Empty Path. Both RPG Maker games. That should be fun. Should be a good time. And yeah, I think that's all I need to tell you guys. We're gonna go raid Venoof. We can all go say quick hello. There we go. Alright everyone, thank you again for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye. Farewell. See you later.